Hi, I'm Marcus and welcome to In the Northwest. Now, around August of every year, there starts a brand new season of one of the most beloved sports, football. And this season, 2015, I had the opportunity to follow a youth league football team from Stanwood, Washington, called the Spartans. And this is their story.
As the great Vince Lombardi stated, football is like life. It requires perseverance, self-denial, hard work, sacrifice, dedication, and respect for authority.
Most kids that want to play football, they start out at school doing it on the recess or playground and watching it on TV and probably dream about doing it up at the next level.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go. Doubles right, red Utah, red Utah. Go. Boo out.
There was 2 youth leagues in town. And in fact, Anthony, his son, participated in one league and my son played in the other league. And that was a split, I guess, based on philosophical differences, right, with the youth football leadership and coaches and stuff. So we had a new high school football coach in town, and he was instrumental in bringing the 2 leagues together. He felt like a divided youth league was not conducive to a healthy environment at the high school. Stanwood has had some rough years at the high school level, and he really wanted to turn that around, and he felt like it started as a youth league. And the leagues came together and formed one league, and which was great. I mean, it brought together a great talent of boys and a great pool of coaches. And, quite frankly, I think it's the best thing for this town, and it was the best thing for those boys.
Listen to me right now. We don't talk smack. We win with class. We lose with class. We do everything we do with class.
Live right there, baby. Live right there all day.
That's what we need to do. Rise up on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Rise up!
Here we go.
Yes!
Nice job, Marcel!
Yeah, nice job. See, that worked. Fuentes. Last time I checked, it's a football game. You have a concussion, you can't play, put your stick.
Him and I have been together the longest, certainly with these boys. We're the longest duo they've seen. As much as we drive each other crazy, I have a great appreciation for him and what he does. There's a lot of weaknesses I have. He brings a strength to those weaknesses, and I feel like I do the same for him. We discussed at length this off-season about the importance of introducing structure and just a very disciplined mindset, because these boys have high school coming up in 2 years. And that foundation needs to happen now, which is why, I think he's a huge, important portion of this coaching staff.
I try to curb him a little bit, but it's good because, and you'll see us on the sidelines, we'll get after it a little bit and kind of go back and forth. It ain't nothing personal. It's just, hey, what are we doing? How are we doing this? What's going on?
Right.
And it's a little back and forth, but it's good because then, as a head coach, and you need someone on the sideline saying, what's going on? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Where are we at?
You got the refs screaming and yelling. Hey, you can't be screaming and yelling while we're trying to hike the ball, guys. Sir.
Every year it's been a battle. This year it's been a struggle, wins and losses. They've won a couple. This is the last game of the season, so they're trying to get into the playoffs. So with the win, we'll have another week after today.
Come on, get there! That is unacceptable defense. Every single one of you missed that tackle. You had better wake up right now. This is way below the level that we play. There you go, there you go. Hey, I'm okay with that. There you go. That's how we hit. As a team, nice job.
I love football, I really do. And it's a sport that, you know, I started to appreciate later on in life, probably more so than others. But I love those boys a lot more than football. And football is just the medium. That's all it is. It's about the relationships, and then, you know, what do we get out of this game that makes us better men, makes us better citizens, makes us better, you know, family members, teammates, brothers, fathers, you know, someday down the road. All those things. I mean, it's just simply the medium, which we, you know, obviously we take great appreciation for it, but it's a great tool to use to teach these guys. You know, it's really all about the relationships. That's all I care about. And you know, obviously in life, that's a huge facet of success. So.
Brian Anderson, and I go to Stanwood Middle School.
It's Ashton Boyd. I go to Port Susan Middle School.
It's Evan Arceo, Stanwood Middle.
Damon Rex, Port Susan. Matthew Simpson, Stanwood Middle School.
Matthew Lebedo, Port Susan Middle School.
Landon Kellum, Port Susan Middle School.
Alan Klein, Port Susan Middle School.
Riley Jacobson, Port Susan Middle School.
Zachary Shell, Port Susan Middle School.
Josiah Cantrell, Port Susan Middle.
Brian Henderson, Stanwood Middle.
Jake Skivo, Port Susan Middle School.
Ryan Bubar, Port Susan Middle.
Jackson Houston, SMS.
Trevor Bender, Stanwood Middle School.
Carson Clunt, Stanwood Middle School.
Destin Valencia, Arlington Highland Christian School.
Will Ingram, Port Susan Middle School.
Ben Peterson, Port Susan Middle School.
Gabriel Fuentes, Port Susan Middle School.
So the challenge in this town is there's still a middle school football system, and you know, we compete with bodies there. So a lot of kids love to go play for their school.
And they get the cool announcements in the morning, oh, so-and-so scored a touchdown and they beat blah, blah, and, you know, so there's a lot of cool stuff in middle school, I get that, but yeah, it's, I'd rather play here.
Yeah, I'd rather than play here. Yeah. You know, the challenge of possibly losing a couple of them to that, I mean, that's a reality, but what I'm hoping to gain is players from the middle school system who realize that, you know, the quality of football might be a little bit better in the club sports, where it's, you know, the competition's steeper. Not everybody has that drive, you know, but if we can get a few of those kids that are real competitive, that's only going to help the team. So, at this age level, they divided the teams between 7th and 8th grade, so, you know, in theory, we should have all our guys back next year. As far as the families, I am extremely grateful. This has been the most challenging year that I have ever been involved in any sort of sport, both high school basketball to youth sports. It has been very difficult, and this group of family, these families that have been part of this team this year, has been the most supportive, and I'm just real grateful for their support. On top of that, I'm very, very appreciative of you allowing me to coach your son. I take great pride in that, and I love absolutely every single one of those boys that was on this field this year. I really, really do, and I just think the world of them. So thank you very much for letting me coach your kid.
Parents, I'm rough around the edges, guys. there's no two ways about it, but there's nothing I want more than seeing those boys better athlete. You know, I push them hard, and I believe they need that. And yeah, it's got a little rough, and you know, I make kids earn things, and just kind of the way it's brought up, and you know, nothing's ever given to you, so you got to earn it. You know, boys, that leads right into you guys. Nothing is going to be given. You got to earn everything, and it starts now.
I'd like to thank the coaches, the players, all the families, and those who participated on the sideline. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I enjoyed making new friends. And a very special thank you to photographer Randy Johnson for donating all those fantastic stills we used in the story. So, for this edition of In the Northwest, that's a wrap, and I'll see you next time.